here for folks like us. Wrong city, wrong people.
Alright, welcome back to the channel everybody. Aesop Grim here, and this is the continuation of our Bannerlord War Sales playthrough. And we have loaded up mods, including an AI dialogue style mod that works with diplomacy and stuff. That was for the purposes of marriage. It has taken me forever and a day. This has nothing to do with mods, it's the base game, but to track down Gricka took a lot of time, man, a lot of effort. So we are going to talk to him now and see if we can arrange a marriage between our nephew here, Op Iverson, whose father is our brother, Yaldar. So Op is our nephew. He is 21 years old. And clans, active, Nord, Kilding, Thrill here. If you recall in the last episode we discussed it with our wife. I'm not sure how much of it has to do with game mechanics and how much of it has to do with just flavor. These LLMs are, all of them, kinda, I don't know if I would say designed, but they're all adept at picking up on context and creating stories. So I'm not sure how much of this ties to actual game mechanics. Like, let's say that we talk to him and he demands that we be loyal to him and vote with him for the next 5 years. Does that actually track in the mechanics, or is that just flavor text? I don't really know. What I can probably be certain of is that this mod will track that he asked us for that, and if we vote against him, even if the game and the mechanics does not punish us, we will probably lose opinion with him because the mod will know that we broke our word. So I'm kind of like in the moment, live, kind of thinking about how this might work and just letting you know that I'm not 100% on everything. Thrill here is the daughter of Heimkir. We spoke with our wife Uldafun because we have the opportunity to also marry King Gricka's actual daughter. This is his granddaughter, the daughter of his second son. And this is his daughter. And he actually, as I was chasing around the map trying to catch up to him, he actually sent an offer for Halara, like the base video game did. And I turned it down because the discussion we had with our wife, again, whether game mechanics are involved or it's just flavor text, I don't really know, but we had decided it would be more politically intelligent to be a little bit distanced from him directly. We would still get the benefits of being tied into the clan, which is very rich in clan tier 5, without being tied through heavy-handed loyalty because we're right there in his direct bloodline. You know, we're kind of on an offshoot. So that's the idea. We're going to approach him about Thrill, who is 20 years old. And we're going to see how this goes. There we go. Okay. Alright, King Gricka. Hail, King Gricka. Thank you for your time and patience. I have traveled far and wide to seek audience with you. Let me not waste your time and get straight to the point. You have a granddaughter, a 20-year-old granddaughter. Thrill. I have a 21-year-old nephew. Up. Both seek a lifelong partner. How do you feel about the two of them joining hands in, I was going to say matrimony, but let's just say in marriage? I should have put a question mark there. King Gricka is awfully large, very tall Nord. Maybe, did I? Oh, there it is. Gricka is ready to respond. I was nervous I had missed the notification. The old king's eyes narrow, his weathered face showing a flicker of amusement beneath the stern expression. He leans forward slightly on his horse, the lamellar armor creaking. A marriage proposal, eh? Come straight to the point. I respect that. Thrill is my blood, a sharp girl, with fire in her veins. Before I even consider such a union, I must know who you are. You speak of a nephew, but you have not given me your name nor your clan. In the north, we do not bind our kin to shadows. Who are you, and what house does this op hail from? Forgive me, king. No one would hold it against you to be unfamiliar with such a new clan as my own. We are the Ivyarsons, and we have only just joined the Nords as a true noble clan by your own request during the Kuzite War. We raided many villages for you. Sieged several castles and successfully defended several more. Successfully aided in the defense of several more. Though new, my clan has grown rapidly and, if I may be allowed to be accurate, shows tremendous potential for future growth. Already, we have achieved Clan Tier 4. And I personally took the walls at Dinar Castle, a feat that earned me the castle in your eyes. I am now Lord of that castle. Op has been riding with me directly into battle since he came of age. He is a warrior and will one day lead his own warband. He has claimed many Kuzite lives through both competence in battle and bravery. All right, let's see what he says about that. A slow, knowing nod, the rasp of a hand stroking his beard is audible. Ah, the Iversons. I remember now, Dinar Castle. Yes, that was a bold stroke. You have proven your mettle in fire, and your clan rises fast. That is good. But a marriage is not a reward for past deeds. It is an investment in the future. You say your nephew is a warrior. Tell me of his character. Does he have a sharp mind, or just a sharp axe? Can he navigate the currents of court as well as he rides into battle? My Thuril is no meek lamb to be given to a brute. She needs a partner who can match her wit. Okay. King Gricka, allow me to be perfectly honest. Ops training has thus far focused heavily on the combat areas, has been focused heavily on combat as in our clan and our responsibilities towards the kingdom. This is our first priority. And I am not finished training him in these areas yet. However, the boy has exhibited keen intellect as well as social guile. That maybe I'm not being accurate there. He's a 2 in social. Keen intellect. And as a future warband leader, we plan to train him in both stewardship and leadership. I also believe he exhibits some natural skill for social navigation. And let's put the buzzword charm in there so that maybe it ties it to the actual game skill. Confirm. He listens, his expression unreadable, then lets out a low, thoughtful hum. Honesty is a rare coin. I value it. Potential is one thing, but my granddaughter's future is not a training ground. If you wish to bind our houses, I would see this up for myself. Bring him to my hall at Greatsfjord. Let him sit at my table, speak with my kin, and show me this keen intellect and charm you speak of. Oh, that's going to be tough because Op's not really been trained in these areas. He just has some latent ability, right? Then we shall see if the steel of his mind matches the steel of his arm. Very well, my king. I shall leave him at the Greatsfjord Keep under your watchful eye. Op is not trained in these areas just yet. But does show potential for both wisdom and, let's go ahead and say, guile, in my view. I believe you will find a trustworthy candidate for your beautiful granddaughter's hand. A faint, dry smile touches the corners of his mouth. Good. Send him. I will have my hearth guards watch him, and my wife will judge his manners. Do not tarry. The winds of war are shifting in the east, and I would see this matter settled before the snows come. Go now, and bring, I assume, Op to Greatsfjord. Okay. So, we need to go to the keep, and we need to elect to leave Op Iverson in this settlement. Okay, in the meantime... Oh, you know what? Just for our own entertainment, let's visit Op.
It's been a while.
Op, my lad. You have a wonderful opportunity before you. I have arranged a possible union between you and the beautiful Miss, what's her name? Thurill. Gilding. However, King Gricka wishes to observe you for some time first. Specifically, he intends for his wife to evaluate your manners and capabilities in a court environment. This means, lad, intrigue, charm, and I had another word in mind. Diplomacy. mindful of what you say. Keep your eyes open and demonstrate your capabilities in such areas as stewardship and, let's say, leadership. As I already mentioned, charm. Remain here. Keep us informed of your progress. We are all very excited for you. Do 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 do. Op's eyes widen slightly, a mix of surprise and apprehension crossing his young face. He glances around the hall, noting the presence of the Kilding clan members, then lowers his voice. Father, Uncle Eric, this is unexpected. Thuril Kilding, the king's own kin? I am honored by the prospect. But to be judged by the queen herself. He swallows, his hands fidgeting slightly. I will stay. I will watch and listen and try to learn this courtly dance. My spear arm is strong, but my tongue. We shall see. You will have my reports. Okay, now I want to give him some encouragement. Up. You have everything you need. I have seen you on the battlefield as well as in the camp. You look after the men. You are constantly aware of the bigger picture. You have great talent and ability. Just be honest, be yourself, and try not to worry too much. Do your very best. They know you have been trained as a warrior first. Character and trustworthiness are also highly prized. Show them who you are, and I guarantee you will not disappoint. I know you. I have seen enough to feel confident. Not even have dared suggested this arrangement if I did not think you ready. Okay. I don't want to gas him up and fill his head full of lies. That can be disastrous, but he has been good on the battlefield. Up takes a deep breath, his shoulders his shoulders squaring slightly as if physically absorbing the confidence placed in him. He meets Eric's gaze, a flicker of determination in his eyes. Thank you, Uncle. Your words, they mean more than you know. I will not pretend the knot in my stomach is gone, but I will trust your judgment over my own doubts. I will be honest. I will be myself, and I will watch the Queen's court as you taught me to watch a battlefield, seeing the whole, not just the clash in front of me. I will send word of how things fare. Okay. We'll leave it at that. And we will go to the port and set sail for Balgyard. Wow, Balgyard is under weather. Where is Balgyard? Here we go. So that'll be interesting to see how that progresses. I assume that we will get a marriage offer here after a few months. He mentioned wanting to have this all taken care of before winter. Or we'll receive some kind of notification. I mean, he could tell me the deal's off also. But I thought it was a pretty good sign that he didn't ask for anything extra. He just asked for Op to be left for evaluation. Okay, we are going to go to town center and then leave. Oh, no, not yet. Let's try to trade or tell him quietly you will not profit. We'll take that one. And I want to trade this stuff and probably pick up some more food. Grain is okay. There we go, we're at 138 days of food. That'll work. And it's off to Castle Dinar. Look at how much time our dude has to spend. I mean, this is the way it was back in the day, right? Months of travel. Civ wants to talk. Civ approaches you and wants to talk about something. Okay. The Lord approaches you. Okay, so it's Lord Civ of the Nords, home Vladiv Castle, clan Orthling. Wait for him, that ain't no him, to speak. Okay. So we're looking for a notification right here. I'm gonna mute Mike and grab a drink. Okay. Civ rides up, her breath misting in the cold air, a genuine smile on her face as she recognizes you. Ah, there you are. I was patrolling near Balgyard and saw your banners. It's good to see a friendly face in this snow. I've just returned from clearing out some bandits near Vladiv. My husband, Niazanir, will be pleased the roads are safer for our children. Your men look well provisioned. How fares your own campaigning? I have been more engaged in diplomacy this time out and am just now returning home to Castle Dinar from the Northern Nordic lands. I know your husband, And we are neighbors now. The two of you should visit sometime. I believe you would get along well with my wife, Olafun. Her smile softens, a genuine warmth in her eyes at the mention of family. Diplomacy is acquired to war, but no less vital. Nyasnir speaks well of you, says you hold your land with a firm hand. Castle Dinar, that is a fine keep, and far from the chill of Balgyard. I would be glad to visit with him. My children would enjoy seeing new lands, and Olafun's company would be a welcome change from the talk of axes and shields. When the snows ease, perhaps. Until then, Civ, it was a pleasure to have made your acquaintance. Give your husband my best. I will notify Olafun of your possible visit after the winter. Fare thee well, Civ. There we go. So this AI diplomacy mod, it does this. It allows NPCs to approach us also. She nods, her expression warm but practical. And to you, something or another. May the gods keep your hearth warm and your halls safe. I will pass on your words to Nyasnir. Until the thaw, then. Alright, so that was cool. See, I mean, you can tell how it really lengthens your game out. It does. What do you guys think about this? We don't have to stick with it. I like it. To me, it's a lot of fun. It's very engaging. But, I could go either way. So, if you guys have an opinion on it, go ahead and speak up. And if you don't, and you want to watch it a little bit more before saying anything, that's fine as well. I'm just kind of opening it up to hear what you all think about this. I think this totally changes the game. Alright. Let's, well, Nyaldar, I was gonna say, let's talk to Nyaldar first. In fact, I still want to do that. Am I able to? Let me go to character. Are we able to, what if we go to clan? Nyaldar. There's not a way to talk to him, really. Oh gosh, we never got Fjörgir married. Oh, that's not true, we did. He's married to Gulta, he has a bunch of kids. Oh, this is where Aeldi's from. We're about to introduce you to Aeldi and another one of the kids. Both of whom are very talented warriors, so that's going to be pretty cool to see. Okay. Alright, well then, I don't think I have a way to talk. Oh, yes I do. Perfect. Brother, it's been a while. What are your thoughts on the potential marriage between your son, Op, and the king's granddaughter, Thuril? Also, how are you feeling about Op staying at Greats Fjord for a time? This one's taking a little bit. Okay. Nyadar looks up from the fire, his weathered face showing a mix of pride and sorrow. He speaks slowly, with a deep, gravelly Nord accent that softens certain vowels and drops the ends of words. Aye, Eric, the match. It is a good one. Thuril comes from strong blood, and the Kjolden clan's favor could shield our family for generations. Op has the heart for it. He's brave, like his mother was, but... He pauses, rubbing his temple. 500 horses is a steep price. Okay, this is a bit of a problem, guys. That's going to introduce some issues. 500 horses is a steep price even for a king's granddaughter, and a year in the royal huscarls, that's a long time for a young man to be away from home. Especially now. As for Greatsfjord, he sighs, the queen's eye is sharp. If he passes her test, it brings honor. If he fails, well, it's a risk. But risks must be taken. What do you think, brother? Okay, what happened here, guys, is that I gave some test runs before actually loading the save up again and recording. Unfortunately, the AI diplomacy mod doesn't have a way of reverting back to previous save files if you load an old save again. And so this was the deal right here that we got on the test playthrough I did before this one. And it was way too expensive. That's why I restarted this. Even Olafun was like, we got I don't remember how she put it, but she said we got absolutely flailed on this. She was pissed. So we're gonna talk to Nyaldar and try and let him know. I must not have informed you, brother. Fortunately for us, the king backed off his demand for 500 step horses, as well as a year of service from Op in his Huskarl house guard. Op need only reside in, is it Greatsfjord? I think that's what it's called. And I know I just said the name a little bit ago. Greatsfjord, while the queen evaluates his courtly skill set. Now hopefully that will correct the save file then. For Nyaldar. We'll have to check with Olafun and see if her file is all messed up also. See, that's the problem, is that because it won't revert back to an old state, there are certain files in here that they remember what I did in the previous load. King Gricka didn't because I deleted his file, and Op didn't because I deleted his file. So whenever I loaded back up again, the game recreated brand new files that were basically at the default level. Naldar's eyes widen slightly, then narrow as he processes the news. He leans forward, elbows on his knees, and lets out a slow, thoughtful breath. That changes the weight of the scales considerably. No horses, no service, just his presence and his wits. He looks toward the hearth, his expression unreadable. It is a better offer. Less burden on our herds, less danger for Op. But the Queen's evaluation, that is its own kind of trial. Courtly skills are not learned in the Longhouse or on the raid. I hope he is ready. Did the King say why he softened his terms? He did not. But if I were to guess, it was based off my report of who we are as a clan, how fast we are growing, what we have accomplished already, and how Op has done, even at this early age, on the battlefield. I think the King is genuinely interested in him. Nyadar nods slowly, a faint, grim smile touching his lips. Your words carry weight, Eric. The King sees not just a boy, but the strength of our clan behind him. That is reassuring. Op has earned his scars honestly. He stares into the fire again, his voice dropping. Still, a court is a different kind of battlefield. No axes, only words and glances. I trust your judgment in this. If you believe the King's interest is true, then we must prepare the boy. He should know our stories, our alliances, and when to hold his tongue. Alright, fair enough. He doesn't really understand that Op is already staying at Greats Fjord. But that's good enough for AI. Where we're at with AI right now, you sometimes get little mistakes like that. But man, this is... I mean, when have you ever played a video game that you could just start coming in here and interacting with the NPCs? Holding conversations with them that you type out, that you say live. The only thing this is missing, and I don't know how hard it would be, so I'm not blaming the author of the mod, but the only thing this is missing is some sort of speech to text where you can talk into a mic and it captures your entire conversation that way. And then like reliable voice acting. They tried. They're trying it right now. I have that option. I can toggle that on. The thing is that you often hear Japanese because there's a lot of anime involved in this kind of stuff. And with like AI in general, that's just like AI on the entertainment level is Gen Z's wheelhouse and millennials. And Gen Z and millennials are heavy into anime. And you can... You know, there's different kinds of anime out there. I mean, you can make a lot of jokes. There's some pretty gross stuff, but there's also some things that are kind of like TV series if you're into it. I don't like it. I don't like anime. I don't like its animation style. But that's a generational thing. I'm Gen X, so that makes sense. All right. We are now going to, well, let's level these people up. And we will now talk to Olafun. Well, let's take these ladies here to our clan. I will show you them real quick. Okay, here's Ingyun. I don't really quite know how to say her name, but I've already she just came of age, and I've already distributed her skills and attributes. So she's formidable. 8 in vigor, 4 in control, 4 in endurance, 3 in cunning, 2 in social, 4 in intellect. 5 focal points into one-handed. This is the clan staple right here, what I'm going to show you. 5 focal points into one-handed, 5 focal points into polearm, 5 focal points into throwing, and 5 focal points into riding. So her combat is completely taken care of. I don't need any more points in here. Everything in the future is now going to go into shaping her into a future leader or even governess. So it's going to go these 2 blocks down here, social and intellect. And she already has 3 focal points into stewardship. Her, I believe, cousin, Aildy, is, she's got 1 less focal point and I think 1 more attribute point. So she's actually the better of the 2 because attributes are harder to get. But she is similarly 8 in vigor, 4 in control, 4 in endurance. But she has 4 in social, only 1 in cunning, and 4 in intellect. So her distribution ended up better for the way that I like to develop characters. She has 5 points into one-handed, 5 into polearm, 5 into throwing, 5 into riding, and she is currently at 2 focal points into stewardship. So, take hero to party. Take hero to party. And let's visit...
It's been a while.
Lady Olofun. Olofun. It is such a wonderful feeling to see you again. I ran into Lady Civ of, oh man, I don't remember the castle's name. I wish I could say, on the way in, and gave her and her husband invitation to visit us after the snows. Also, I come bearing good news, sweetheart. Let's leave it at that. I don't want to lead her too much. I value her responses and her opinions, so I don't want to say something like, I think you'll like it, right? I've already said enough by labeling it as good news. She does not turn from the hearth, her voice flat and distant. Good news. This isn't good. Maybe we've been gone too long. You have a habit of delivering it wrapped in thorns, husband. Civ and her man are welcome if they can find warmth in these halls. Speak your piece then. What price does this new good news carry? This might be... yeah, because she remembers that deal for the 500 horses and Op being sent off to be part of the house guard, which didn't happen in this playthrough, but because the mod's save file saved it, it's in her memory. So let's dissuade her of that. That's why she's so frosty. She's really pissed right now. I spoke with the king again, and after getting to know our clan better and its achievements, he has well, I want to say reneged, but I don't know exactly how to spell it, and I usually use different words. He has gosh, I really can't. Taken back, I guess. He has taken back, I know there's a word for it, his demands for 500 step horses and ops 1 year of service in his house guard. Instead, he only requested op stay at Greatsfjord for the next several months as his wife evaluates ops courtly skill set. Let's see what she says. She finally turns from the hearth, her expression one of weary skepticism, but the tension in her shoulders eases slightly. So the king's demands shrink, from horses and a year's service to a few months of courtly manners. That is a lighter burden, I will grant you that, but it is still a test, Eric. The queen's evaluation is no small thing. Op must learn to navigate their halls as well as he does a shield wall. I will write to him, advise him on what to watch for. This is better news. That's a really great idea. So she's going to write and advise him. That's perfect. Perfect. I cannot promise anything, of course, but my impression was that the king liked what he heard of Op's character. I explained to the king that Op has that our, let's make sure she knows it's our nephew, because I think we might have a couple Ops, that our nephew's training has been heavily focused on combat due to the Kuzite War. But I also explained I felt Op had some natural ability in courtly skills and was a fast learner. I left Op in high spirits and am sure he will benefit greatly from your letters. She gives a slow, measured nod, her eyes still holding that weary calculation. Olafum give you letter to Op. Okay. Aye, a fast learner is a good thing. The king's favor is a fickle wind, but if he sees promise in Op, that is a start. I will send the letters. He must learn when to speak and when to listen, how to read a man's eyes as well as his sword arm. The Queen's court is a different kind of battlefield. She pauses, her gaze drifting to the window where snow falls. We have placed our wager, Eric. Now we wait to see how the dice fall. let's actually leave for the moment. But only because I want to make sure I have a name right. Because I think... I don't remember how to pronounce it. Firgia? I want to ask Olafun who our best options are for her. Freya. That's it. Okay, now. Who... Okay, Freya is also Njaldar's kid. Now that Op is in position to earn a marriage, let's say that. What about our niece? Freya. Who do you believe to be our best prospects for her? She returns to the table, picking up her mending again, her movements precise and deliberate. Freya, aye. We must weave that thread too. With Op's path set, we can look for a match that strengthens our clan in a different way. The Kjolings are tied now, so we look elsewhere. The Skilfings hold lands near the Sturgian border. They are strong, but their loyalty to Gricka is... tested. A marriage there could give us eyes in the west. Or the Hakyrs. They have ships and trade, not just swords. Freya is a shield maiden at heart. She would respect a husband who values strength, not just courtly words. But we must be cautious. After Op's arrangement, we cannot appear too eager, or they will demand a high price. What do you think, Eric? Should we seek a warrior clan, or a trading one? I believe we should cast our eyes upon the trading family. Sometimes your value goes up if you have a different skill set. Perhaps Freya's shield maiden ways would actually enhance a trade family's ability to protect their investments. Do they have any good prospects for Freya? I am loath to hand her over to a man. Let's see, 20 plus years older than her. She nods, her needle moving steadily through the leather. A trading family. That is a shrewd thought. The Hawkyrs have a son, Rolf, near Freya's age. He is said to be more interested in ledgers than lances, but he is not weak. His father's ships ply the northern coasts. Freya's strength could indeed be an asset, a wife who can guard a caravan as well as a keep. It would be a different kind of alliance, one built on silver and security, not just spears. I will make discreet inquiries if you wish. We should learn his character before any offer is made. Hrolfr Hawkyr. That should... Hrolf Hawkyr. Okay, let's tell her to go ahead and do that. Yes. Yes. Please see to that. Olafun. Our clan benefits greatly from your, let's say wisdom. The light shines brightly upon me, my dear. But your contributions may actually be the farther reaching. I want to give her a lot of confidence. Again, I don't really want to gas her up. We're both equally contributing, but I want her to know that what she brings to the table is really critical for the future of this family. And by being humble and deferring and kind of lifting her up higher than me, I think it maybe perhaps allays any fears that she may have of me not noticing, or she's taken for granted or something. I think it's a good move, just kind of in the moment. She gives a slow, firm nod, her eyes meeting yours with a quiet intensity. I will see to it. The Hawkyrs Hall is not far. So it says she gave us an inquiry. I wonder if we can find that in our inventory or something. The Hawkyrs Hall is not far. I will send word, ask the right questions. We will know if Rolf is a man of his word or just his coin. Your light may shine, Eric, but it is the loom that holds the weave together. I will do my part. Alright, that's excellent. Good team building here. This clan is on the rise. Okay, so inventory. Oh, look at that. Holy smokes, guys. A letter of advice from Olafun to her nephew Op, detailing courtly etiquette, warnings about the Queen's evaluation, and reminders of family duty. Are we able to open this up or anything? Okay. It's just, that's farging a cool, man. So we need to take this to Op. Inquiry to the Hawkyrs. A discreet letter from Olafun to her contacts, inquiring about the character, habits, and prospects of Hrolf of the Hawkyrs clan with an eye towards a potential match for Freya Ivarson. Okay. I don't know. We, of course, wouldn't want to trade this away, but there's not anybody for us to give it to. I actually don't know if I can hand this over to Op or not. And it may just simply tell us that the mod is putting feelers out there and making this stuff happen in the background. I just really am not too sure about how that will work. Okay. What we're going to do then, we're at an hour, is we're going to work our way back to Greatsfjord. Oh, Gretisfjord. And we're gonna kill some bandits along the way. And then see if we can hand up that letter. Killing bandits will allow us to at least get the 2 new girls outfitted in something combat related. This is Salvinar. At his 14th birthday, you gave Svalnar of the Ivjarsin a special present. A well-balanced sword, of course. And he defeats his fencing instructor. Okay, we're at 94 days of food. Ooh. And we should get some more food right here at Hargard. Trade. So we're over an hour already. But I would like to get this part that I'm talking about in for us. Have a few battles. Whoops. Okay, 134 food. Op has increased in charm. Okay. Let's see. You should get virile. Yeah. We'll give you virile. When an enemy lord is defeated. When an enemy lord is defeated, 30% influence gained from battles. Yeah, we want you to have warlord. And we might as well stick a point into... Oh, look, he's got 4 in social and 5 in intellect. Op is in a really good position. So I didn't lie whenever I said he exhibited natural talent. Alright, give him another point into charm to help him out. Let's go get these looters. Okay, it should just be... Blag's gonna go right here and get some troops. 60? Yeah. Ingyun will join me, and it's just gonna be our cav.
So follow me!
Oh, I need to get them horses. Okay. So we want to basically end this as quickly as we can, just to get the girls into some kind of combat gear. And then we need to get them some horses.
Attack!
Oh yeah, that was a decapitation, man. Oh my gosh. Oh no, here come the girls. Well, I had 13 kills. Fjerkir had 3 and Yaldar had 3. Let's hit done. Take the looters prisoner. Alright, ladies. Ingyun first. Get a sword. This is better. Boots are better. I don't see anything for her hands. Okay. ALD. I guess I'm gonna give you a pickaxe for now. And a pair of boots. Alright, go to the arena. Not the arena, go to trade. Trade, and do I have sumpter horses? I don't think so. Lynn, Blag, Fjerkir, and Yaldar. ALD can ride. Well, okay. You will get, I guess, a Midlands Palfrey, 4755. No. The Nahasawi is better. Okay, but we are gonna need to get you... Ooh, chainmail. I don't have very much money right now. I'm gonna skip on that. I need to be pretty doggone frugal at the moment, so even like you're gonna get a cheap saddle also. You get a Nahasawi as well and a cheap saddle. You'll pay 12 gold. Sounds perfect. Okay, off we go. We're gonna skip this 22. We're trying to make it to Gretis Fjord. Let's go get these guys here.
Cavalry, follow me!
Look at this, man. It's stunning. Excellent. Okay, let's go get some heads. Wow. Nice to be back in the north. I think the north looks the best. It is pretty amazing. Oh, right in the face, man.
Cavalry, charge!
Went off a little bit. Oh, man. I still got 4 left. I can't. I got him. Alright, that was a risky throw. Oh my gosh, what a marksman. LD went down. Okay. This time we will start out with LD. Who gets a headpiece, gets a chest piece, better boots. Again, no, nothing for hands. Okay, and I don't see any shields, of course, because it's looters. Ingun, better boots, a headpiece. That's it for now. Splinters, throwing axes, no. But you did get a focal point. Into writing. Oh, you haven't finished off polearm, man. Heal. That's alright. Okay. Moving right along. I can't wait until we're at war again. But this AI diplomacy mod sure does make it a lot of fun. Like, it's just really, to me, just super interesting at peacetime, in between wars. Nimble Steed. I could see... It doesn't have anything to do with the mod, but it's actually how the game is situated right now. But I could see chasing clan members around all over the map to get kids married, especially with as many kids as we got, becoming a really, really mundane thing. So we may need another mod in the future. You're gonna go strength and polearm. Alright, well, if you guys end up wanting to use this mod yourselves, I think one of the things I was able to show you in here is how if you've reloaded a save and now your file is like, it's confused because all of your character's memories are tied to stuff that you did in the save that you didn't keep. The little playthrough. What is this? Then all you have to do is go talk to certain people and kind of like correct their memory. Nord marriage terms softened. Ruler's statement, Gricka. Oh, we got a few things going on here. Nord royal marriage negotiations. Let's read this. This is 8 days ago. Grand Prince Gricka of the Nords is entertaining a marriage proposal between his granddaughter Thuril and Op Iversen, nephew of the rising Iversen clan. The negotiations held at Gretisfjord involve a substantial bride price of 500 steppe horses and a year of service from Op in the Royal Huscarl Guard. This potential union would bind the powerful Kjolding clan to the ambitious Iversens, who recently earned Dinar Castle through valor in the Kuzite War. The court watches closely as the young man undergoes evaluation by the queen herself. Ruler's statement, Gricka. The boy has been tested. My queen finds his manners rough but honest, and his eyes hold no deceit. The Huskarls report he handles an axe well enough. The union is acceptable. Bring the 500 horses to Greatsfjord before the ice breaks, and your nephew will join my guard. Let this bind our houses as iron binds wood. Nord royal marriage negotiations. With a tone of finality and pragmatic acceptance, Grand Prince Gricka of the Nords has concluded the marriage negotiations. The court at Greatsfjord breathes a collective sigh of relief as the union between the Kjölding and Ivjarsen clans is formally accepted. The atmosphere shifts from tense anticipation to the practical bustle of preparation. Messengers are dispatched to arrange the delivery of the 500 step horses, and Huskarls begin making space for Op Ivjarsen and the Royal Guard. The political landscape of the Nords is now firmly set, binding a rising clan to the established power through blood and service. Nord marriage terms softened. Grand Prince Gricka of the Nords has significantly reduced the demands of the marriage between his granddaughter Thuril and Op Ivjarsen. The original requirement of 500 step horses and a year of service in the Royal Huskarls has been waived. Instead, Op will reside at Greatsfjord for several months while the Queen evaluates his courtly skills. This concession is seen as a mark of the Kjölding clan's growing respect for the rising Ivjarsen clan's strength and achievements. Man, that's phenomenal. And you know what I can do here? I can go into that mod file, and there's a section that has all of these announcements in them, and I can edit these however I want. I could completely remove any reference at all to 500 step horses if I wanted to. So, the mod seems to be really extremely interesting to me. Let's make our way towards Greatsfjord. I want to find out if I can hand this letter over to Op. Your balance at the Hargard Bank has grown to 26,581. Your interest accrual rate has changed from blah. Didn't get it. Alright, strength and pole arm. All these kids look the same. $92.8K. We're making 161 now. Settlement income has jumped a lot to 759. Well, it just dropped a little bit to 695. Okay, go to the keep. And, well, I want to save over my temp file here. And then I want to talk with Op.
It's been a while.
Oh, wait. Gather all my companions, get your things. There's something I'd like to discuss. Would you care to pass time? I must leave. What about something to discuss? Proposal. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait. That might be exactly where it is. Something I'd like to discuss. Proposal. Item. Prisoners, diplomacy, other, I guess not. Okay. Speak. Hello, Op. I have heard good things about you lately. Here is a letter from your aunt Olofun. It contains tips and advice for navigating Courtly affairs. Op, who had been standing near the hearth whittling a small piece of driftwood. Your relations with Op have improved due to friendly tone. I was hoping it would say you've given the letter to Op. But I think that we got a message earlier. I don't remember how it read, but it was like not long after we left in our castle that seemed to indicate that he had received some kind of advice, because it was like a positive thing. Small piece of driftwood looks up sharply at the sound of his uncle's voice. He quickly tucks the carving into his tunic and steps forward, accepting the letter with both hands. His expression is a mixture of relief at seeing a familiar face and lingering anxiety. Uncle Eric, it's good to see you. The court. It's a different kind of waiting than before a shield wall. Thank you for this. Aunt Olafun's counsel will be a welcome anchor. I have been trying. The Queen watches, but says little. It is like being judged by a glacier. You are well prepared for this. Op. Fear not. Though unrefined, you do have natural ability, and some of the skills you developed while helping to manage the warband's field camps will translate. You may not speak the refined tongue of a royal court, but your honesty, competence, and trustworthiness will rise above all other considerations. Everything else, frankly speaking, comes with both time and experience, which the Queen is well aware of. I just want to keep them really confident. Look at all these girls, man. He's surrounded by women. Op nods slowly, his fingers tracing the edge of the sealed letter. He manages a small, grateful smile. You speak camp and warband. That is a language I understand. Keeping men fed, ensuring the watch is set, mending what can be mended. If that is the measure, then perhaps I can stand tall. The Queen, she asked me yesterday about the yields from Dinar's stores. I gave her the numbers from memory. She only nodded. No smile, but no frown either. I will hold to honesty, Uncle. It is the only ground that feels solid under my feet here. Okay, so there's a lot going on. God, especially with the girls, too. They're going to be really sly, subtle. They're going to be able to communicate things to themselves right in front of him, too, that he'll never pick up on. Right? Op is in a situation. But he just needs to stay honest. If he shows himself to be trustworthy, I think that's going to really carry the day. All right. That's going to cover it for this episode, guys. What are we at? We're right at about an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and get out of here, back to town, and we will save over ongoing 1. All right, guys. It was an hour and a half episode. I'm hoping that this isn't the new norm, but let's start getting some feedback generated. You know, if you don't have an opinion, that's okay. But if you got hot takes, if you got a firm opinion, whatever it is, what do you think about the AI interactions we're having? Does it make the episode less fun for you, more fun, neutral? Haven't decided yet. You already know my stance, so I'm not going to restate it for you. I like it, but I could understand how people might feel either way, you know. And this, we can work this series out to be whatever you guys want if there's a consensus. But you got to let your voice be heard. All right, guys. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues. Oh, TGIF, by the way, guys. TGIF. Have a great weekend.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized. It's man, so in love with greed, he has forgotten himself and found